Guys, in this today's session, we are going to discuss about a small mini project, by taking the combination of Python character user interface program plus MySQL database. With the combination of these two things, we are going to take a small project. First, let me give outline of this project so that what requirements are there we can able to understand. See here, I want to create a table. The name of the table is nothing but employee. I want to create a table with name employee. So in this table, there are three columns are there. So the first column contains ID of the employee. Second column contains name of the employee. Third column contains salary of the employee. Like this, I am going to take totally three columns. So we have to insert the data by using MySQL prompt. If you want, you can insert. Otherwise, we have two options are there. So from MySQL prompt, we can insert the records. This is one way. At the very beginning, we will try this. And the second way is nothing but what I'm going to create a small Python menu driven program I'm going to prepare. So from this also, we can insert the records into this table. This is nothing but a simple task what we need to do. But whenever we are doing some operation on this employee table, I'm going to give some enhancements. What is that enhancement here is, see, whenever you are trying to perform either insert operation for pushing the data into this employee table or update operation if you want to change any field present in this employee table, or if you are performing delete operation. For these three operations, I'm going to create employee log, a special table I'm going to create. In this log file, same three columns will be there. The first column is nothing but log ID. It is a unique value, primary key and auto increment. Second one is employee ID, which ID you performed the operation, and status of the operation. And we are going to take date and time. So date and time. Have you observed? Like this we are going to do. That means whenever you are inserting a record into the employee table, that log ID will be generated automatically on which employee ID you performed insert operation, and the type of operation is nothing but insert, and it will capture current date and time. Similarly, for second record, suppose if you are trying to do any updation, so that information will be stored. If you are deleting any record, that information will be stored. Like this, we are going to create another table. Whenever you are doing these operations, I told very clearly, the data which has to be inserted into the employee log is automatic. Means what? Can I use triggers for this? Yes, we have to use a trigger for this. So I will explain how to create a trigger for these for these three types of operations. How many triggers we have to take? Three triggers. One is for insert operation. Second one is for update operation. Third one is for delete operation. For all these three, we are going to create three triggers. Then one more small modification in this project. Whenever you are doing insert operation, directly I can do. Whenever you are performing update operation, directly we can do. But if I want to delete any record from the table, so I need some kind of authentication. For this, I will generate one-time password. I will send this one-time password to a file. So from that file, if you are getting OTP and if you are entering a proper OTP, then I will update. Otherwise, I will not update. I will cancel that operation. Okay. So if OTP is not okay, then cancel. If it is okay, then I want to perform delete operation. Like just only for delete this small code we are going to write. So all these things I'm going to implement within this Python program only. But before moving to the Python program, first we have to create this sample EMP table, and then we have to create employee log table, and we have to create the triggers. First, let me design this database. Then we will go for a Python menu driven program to perform all these operations. But once if you create a employee table, try to perform all these operations from MySQL prompt to check whether it is working properly or not. If everything is working properly, then we can able to do. Sir, clear up to this? Please confirm everyone.
Yes, sir.
Is the concept is clear? If the concept is clear, we will start writing code for each and everything. Guys, please respond. Clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Good, good. Now, so I'm going to start MySQL prompt. MySQL -u username is root, and we have a password protected for this. So there are so many databases are there as of now. I want to create a new database called triple Z. Triple Z. Let us activate that triple Z. Now we are under which database? Triple Z. Let me create a table first. So create a table. The name of the table is nothing but employee. I am taking employee ID of type integer, employee name of type var character of 255, then employee salary esal as a double type of data. If you want that not null constraint, all these things you can able to do. Then, so create table. Another table is also required, like, so employee log I am taking, where log ID is nothing but integer. It is primary key. It is nothing but a primary key. Sir, what is the meaning of a primary key? We know very well. It is not going to allow any duplicate values. Any duplicate values it won't allow at the same time. At the same time. So it won't be it won't be null. Compulsory that value should be provided. Otherwise, we are going to get error message. That means null values are not accepted. At the same time, duplicate values are also not allowed. Like this, we are going to take. Sir, after this, I want to take it as auto underscore increment. Like this, I'm going to create a new table with this information. Okay. Next. Sir, after this, employee ID I want to take, which is of type integer. If you want, you can connect these two by using foreign key. But as of now, I'm focusing on the outline. That's why I'm taking as it is. Then status. What type of operation you perform? Let it be a text. Then at last, I'm going to take, so date and time, date and time, date and time. So better you can use underscore, then only you can able to see date and time. Sir, can I take it is of type date time? That's all. Like this, I created one log table also. If you want, you can see description about employee table. We have a beautiful table employee is there. And I want to see employee log table, which is having data like this. So successfully we created the required tables. What is the next step? We have to create triggers on this because if you create a trigger, then only automatically, the updations are going to be performed. Sir, are you clear with this up to whatever we covered? If you are clear with this, then we can go for creating a triggers. Any doubt up to this?
Yes, sir.
Good. Right. So I'm creating some three triggers on this. Let us create three triggers. So first trigger, create trigger. Okay. So create a trigger T1. Trigger 1 I'm going to create. So after which operation? Okay, after insert operation. After insert operation. On which table? Employee table. Okay. For each row, what is the activity that we are going to do is, can you please insert into which table? Sir, employee log is there. For this, we are providing employee ID and the status and then date and time. This information I am going to push. Values. Sir, what about employee ID? Because log ID will be generated automatically. How to get employee ID? So new dot EID, because whenever you are doing insert operation, after insert, that records if you want to get, you have to use the keyword called new dot ID, comma, what is the status, which operation we performed, insert operation. Then what about the date and time? Can I call now function? Yes. In MySQL, now function is going to return current date and then time. Like that, I'm creating. Yes, perfectly. That trigger is activated on which table? Employee table. Like this, we can create a trigger. So for a sample checking purpose, let me insert some record into employee table and check whether the data is there in the employee log or not. So before inserting, select star from employee. There is no data. Select star from employee log. There is no data. Now try to insert. Insert into employee values. Let me give some dummy values. Employee ID is 1. Name is nothing but a triple E. Assume salary is nothing but 1,000. Like that, I inserted the value. Can you ask to select data from EMP table? We have this data is there. Can you please check employee log? Sir, is that log information is recorded or not? Yes. Log ID is 1. Employee ID is 1. Status is inserted. Date and time is also there. Like this, we can perform the basic operation on this employee table. As of now, which operation we performed? Insert. For that, corresponding trigger is there. We are not required to call this trigger. This trigger is going to be executed automatically. Sir, if you are clear with this trigger on insert operation, we will try to create a trigger on delete operation as well as update operation. Any doubt?
No, sir.
Guys, please don't sleep. Be active. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. Then, so highly recommended to interact. So next one, sir, I want to perform some update operation. Can you please create a trigger for this? Yes. So create trigger T2 I am taking. So after which operation? Update operation. After update operation on which table? Employee table for each row. So what is the operation that we are going to do here? Insert into employee log, employee ID, status, date and time, and the values are nothing but what? New ID. What is the type of operation that we performed? Update operation. Update operation. Like this I am taking. Sir, let's create for even delete also. So T3, after update employee on each row. So insert into employee log. So same information will be there. So values, new ID, which operation we performed? Delete operation, delete operation. I think if you perform delete operation, new record won't be there, right? So better to take old record. Like this, I'm going to take. So total how many triggers we need? 3 triggers. All the 3 triggers are available, right? Yes. Now listen carefully. Let us check whether these triggers are working perfectly or not. Select star from employee log. I want to update this name to Prakash. How to update? Update employee set employee name is equal to Prakash, where employee ID is equal to 1. So we performed some update operation on employee table. Let us check in that employee table, is that update operation is reflected or not? Yes. So corresponding status should be registered in the log file. Let me check. Have you observed? So 3 update operation 2024 519. So with this time, an update operation is performed. Sir, even delete also is working. So maybe we have done a wrong mistake. Have you observed? Create a trigger T3 after we have given same command like update. Here what we need to do? We have to take delete. Okay. Sir, how to change that trigger? So drop trigger. Trigger name is nothing but what? T3. Am I right? Is the trigger name is T3? Yes. So now create a trigger with the T3. So create a trigger with the T3. So operation is what? Delete. Delete on employee and insert into employee. Like this I have taken. Now perfectly it is working. So select star from employee log. Now try to perform update operation again. So update employee. So set employee name is equal to, I am taking Kalyan. Kalyan. So where employee ID is equal to 1. Like this I am going to take. Yes. Sir, is the record got updated in employee table? Yes, it is updated. Is the corresponding entry is there in the log? Yes, you can see corresponding entry is there in the log. But now this delete operation is not coming. Why? Because just it is a mistake done by ourselves. Like this, whenever you are doing update operation, corresponding entries are registered in the log file. Sir, clear up to this, whatever I covered, please confirm.
Clear, sir.
Clear, sir.
Good. Now, so I think, so all the structure we have ready with us. Now, what is your task? We have to write a Python program to interact with this. Okay. So let me create a Python program to perform all these operations. So here I'm going to create a new folder. So in C:\test, we have multiple folders are there here. Let me create a folder with our project title itself, like a triple Z. So in this folder, I'm going to create some Python files. Okay. So first I'm going to create a Python file. So the name of the Python file which I'm giving here is nothing but employee.py. Employee.py. Like this, I'm going to create a Python file. So database code I will write later, but as of now, I'm going to write which code. I want to get the employee related details, right? For that, I'm going to write some class for employee. Let us write employee class. I think All of you know already how to write a Python program. Okay. Sir, I am taking a class called employee, In this, I am defining a constructor. Within this constructor, I am trying to take some ID, which is nothing but employee ID. Let it be the same names to avoid confusion. Employee name, employee salary. These attributes I am taking. And self dot employee ID is equal to employee ID. So self dot employee name is equal to employee name. So self dot employee salary is equal to employee salary. Like that I have taken. Okay. But I want to run this program. Like if you create employee even object is equal to, so employee of, assume the ID is nothing but a 2 and the name is nothing but something like Prakash and the salary is nothing but 3000. If you print this employee one, is it going to print the total content of the object? No, it won't print the content. Simply it is going to return. Okay. Simply it is going to return the object's address. Like if you want, you can see. I think test.py is there. Our file name is nothing but what? emp.py. So you can see in the main module .emp, there is an object which is located in this location. Sir, it is not printing the content. It is printing only the object reference. If I want to get a content, what we have to do? In Java, we have toString method is there. We have to override that toString method. But what about in Python? We have same like a toString. There is one magic method is there with the name underscore underscore str underscore underscore. So here we have to return string representation of the object. In a formatted string, I am trying to give, so employee ID is nothing but what? Self dot ID, comma, employee name is nothing but what? Self dot ename. And so salary is nothing but what? Self dot esal. Like this I am taking. Here also it is EAD. That's all. Now try to run the same program and check what is happening. Sir, is it printing employee information or not? Yes. So this is nothing but as of now, just I created one employee class. It doesn't do any activities except initializations. Clear, friends, up to this? Do you have any doubt?
No, sir.
Right. Now, I don't want to create employees like this. I don't want to create employee like this. I want to define a menu. I'm going to write a function called menu. In this function, I will display, okay, employee related operations, something like that I am taking. And I will give an option to user like one means insert employee details. So if you press option 1, it will ask the details of the employee and you can push the record. If you are giving option 2, then it is nothing but what? Update employee details. So if you want to do some delete operation, so then third option we have to press. Like this we have. Sir, can I take a if condition for doing these operations? Yes. So if, okay. So if, better I will ask the user to give the option. Option is equal to int of input because these options are integer values, right? Enter your option. Enter your option. So if user is giving some data, if the option if the option which is given by the user is 1, we will perform some activity. If the option whatever user has given is 2, we will perform some other activities. If the option whatever you have given is 3, I will perform some activity. So else I'm going to print a message saying invalid option like that. And then I will come out. I will come out from this loop. Okay, I will come out from this loop. That's all. Not loop, this if condition. This is nothing but a basic menu option what we have. But we need to write that code that I will explain later. Any doubt up to this, please confirm.
No, sir.
No, sir. Clear, sir.
Clear, right? Good. Now, what is the first operation that we have to do? Insert operation, right? Yes. For inserting the data, we have to get some basic information from the user. Which information is required? Let us take A is equal to, or ID is equal to int of input. Int of input, enter employee ID to be inserted. Then name is equal to, so input, no need to typecast. So enter employee name to be inserted. SEL, salary. So float of, in Python, we don't have double, we have to use float. So enter employee salary. Like this, we are going to take. So how much information we are taking? Three informations we are going to take. Can I create object with this information? Yes, employee is equal to emp of, can I pass that ID? Can I pass that name? Can I pass that salary? That's all. Now I'm going to print that object as it is on the screen. Let me check up to this. Is it working properly or not? Sir, slowly I'm developing the code. I'm not going at very beginning. Total code I'm not explaining. So please listen carefully. Py space test.py I'm running. Oh, oh my God. Yes. So py space emp. Sir, there is nothing is printing. Why? Because you created a function, but you didn't call this function. Sir, to call this function, I will do one small operation. Like I'm taking the main program like a test.py. It is nothing but a main program. I'm going to import employee module into this because every Python program itself is a module, right? In that, there is one option called menu. I'm calling directly. Okay, in that employee module, menu function is there. I'm calling directly. Sir, now you can run that test file. Let's see what will happen. Sorry. Py space test.py. Are you seeing it is displaying the menu? So first we implemented code only for insert, right? Let me give option as a 1. Enter employee ID. I am giving 111. Enter employee name, triple A. Enter salary, 1000 rupees. Sir, employee ID is 111. Employee name is triple A. Salary is 1000. Like that. So with respect to Python, it is working perfectly. Now what is your job? You have to take this record and you need to send this to the database. That is our main operation now. Sir, if you are clear with up to this whatever I covered, then I will add that particular code how to write this data to the database. Any doubt up to this?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Right. Then we have to write a small database related code. For that also, I'm going to create another Python program like mysqldb.py. It is a separate Python file to handle all the database related activities. In Python, to work with the database, we have py_mysql module is there. So I'm going to create a class called, so any class name you can take. For example, I'm going to take the class name as, so connect to DB or connect DB. Like this, I'm taking a class name. Inside this class, I'm writing a constructor. What this constructor is going to do, it will create a connection. How to create a connection? py_mysql dot, there is one special function is there with the name connect, which will take username So host name, which will take a database. So in addition to that, it is going to take username, it is going to take password. These are the 4 parameters which we have to pass. Sir, I will pass that parameters later. And there is a destructor concept is there in Python. How to create a destructor? Underscore underscore del underscore underscore. Here just I am going to connection I am going to close. That's all. See, whenever you are creating an object for this database, it is going to establish the connection by taking these 4 parameters, and it is going to delete the connection whenever all the operations are performed. But we need to provide values for this host username like that. So I will demonstrate. Sir, up to this, no doubt, right? Please confirm. Clear, guys?
That's
Please
clear.
confirm.
That's clear.
Right. Sir, what about username? We know very well the username, right? Can anyone confirm? Where in our MySQL, what is the username that we have given at the time of installation?
Root.
Yes, username is nothing but what? Root. Since it is a string, we have to give within double quotations. Even password is also root. Then, so database. Into which database we are trying to store the data? Triple Z, localhost. It is very, very important. Since in my system, I installed MySQL, my system will act as a server. So I'm giving localhost. Suppose if you want to connect to any other server, we have to give IP address of that server. That's all. Next, sir, after this, we have to write the main concept, main method we have to write, which is nothing but insert operation. So in the insert operation, I will receive one employee object, let it be E. So we have to insert this into table, sir. Into which table? Employee table. For that, we have to prepare SQL query. In a formatted string, I am preparing an SQL query. What is that SQL query? Insert into employee values. Which values we have to pass? In employee object, employee ID is there. In that employee object, employee name is there. In that employee object, employee salary is there. This information I want to write. So I prepared one SQL statement. After that, we have to create a cursor by using that connection object, connection dot cursor. These are the MySQL related database connectivities. Just you can ignore, you can focus on the content. And cursor dot execute, which one we have to execute? That SQL query. So self dot connection dot. So after performing insert operation, compulsory you have to use a commit. Better I will write a content saying data inserted into employee table. Like this I'm taking. That's all. Simple operations. I prepared SQL query. I created a cursor object. I executed that query. Whatever modifications we have done, I'm making it as a commit. And then data is inserted into the employee table. That's all. So into this, I'm going to import even that database also. So my SQL DB, this file is there, right? I'm trying to insert. Even the same file we have to import here also. Sir, here, whenever you are performing option 1, we created employee object, right? We are printing that employee object. Sir, here itself, we have to write the code, okay, to send that to the database. Can I create an object? Okay, can I create an object for MySQL DB dot? What is the class name which is present there? ConnectDB. ConnectDB. I created an object. Then by using that object, I'm trying to call insert operation where I will pass that employee object. That's all. Here just now we created object, right? that I am going to pass here. So nothing is there more than this. That's all. Now successfully the record should be added into the table. Let me check. I'm going to run the Python program. Maybe there may be a chance of having errors, but don't worry, we will try to run. Sir, insert operation. Enter employee ID. I'm giving 121. Enter employee name. For example, assume I'm giving the employee name as Dhoni, something like that. Enter employee salary. So 90,000 I'm giving. Now you can see there is one mistake is there. Sir, self. While creating the cursor, so I used some spelling mistake like self. Like this we have to take. Is the record is inserted into the table? I think no. Now let us re-execute this code. So my option is nothing but 121, Dhoni, and then 9,000. Okay. Sir, we are getting some syntax error. There is a problem in writing the query. What is the problem is, let me check that query. Insert into, have you observed? Here, insert into employee values. Here, there is one parenthesis is there. Is that parenthesis is closed properly? Yes. Everything is
Sir,
correct.
I think, sir, it should be comma after the e dot id, and second plus after that it should be comma.
Yes, because this is one value and this is another value. The values are separated by using comma. A small mistake we have done. Thank you. So definitely that record is not there. Let me re-execute this code again. So when you are doing a large volume of code, definitely there may be a chance of getting small mistakes. So we have to rectify step by step and then we have to insert. Now see what will happen. So you can see that the employee information is printed here, and even we got a confirmation message saying the data inserted into the employee table. Let me check, is that the data is there in the employee table? You can see perfectly that the data got inserted. Is the corresponding log is added or not? That also we have to check, right? So let us take that employee log. Sir, just now the employee ID 121 got inserted. So on this date and time. So perfectly. So insert operation is working. So do you have any doubt on this insert operation, friends? Please confirm.
No, sir.
Clear, right?
No, sir.
No doubts, right? Right. Let us implement this like option 2, option 3. So before moving to this option, just I am muting everyone and just we will take a break for 2 minutes and then I will continue. Okay. Break for 2 or 3 minutes and then we will continue. Just to go and refresh. So break for 3 minutes. Okay. So we will come back for 3 minutes. Yeah, right. So welcome back. Sir, am I audible, right? Please confirm.
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Right. So now let's go for the next option what we have, which is nothing but second option, like update employee details. Update employee details. See, for this, let us assume I have another two options are there here. Okay. So in update employee table, I'm going to ask ID value, int of input, enter employee ID to updates, enter employee ID to updates. Okay. So here we are going to read the ID value. After that, again, we have two options, sir. One is we can update name, and the second one is what? We can update salary, update name, and then update salary. Two options are there. So again, I will ask the user to enter the option. So enter your option, right? So after reading the option, if your option is equal to 1, then we have to write code for update operation, updating the name. So L if the option is for 2, if the option is 2, then we have to write code for updating the salary. Okay. So we have to prepare a proper SQL query and we have to pass that. We will see one by one. Sir, is the outline structure of this second option, is it clear for you people?
Sir.
Right. Now, whenever you are giving one, okay, option as a one, then I'm doing some couple of activities. What is the first activities? I will create object for my SQL DB dot I will connect to the database. Then by using that object, I'm calling which operation? Update. Okay, update employee name. Like this, I'm going to call a function. This is one option. Whenever you are giving option as a 2, I will create the object. Otherwise, sir, can I create this object outside so that it is available for both? So whenever you are selecting the option as, one second, update the employee salary, like this I will take. Whenever you are giving option as a 1, so I'm going to call update employee name. Whenever you are giving option as a 2, I'm calling update employee salary. But if you want to update employee name, you should have new name, right? So what I'm going to do is I will read that new name. New name is equal to input because the type is string. Directly I'm taking enter employee new name. So user is going to give that new name. I will pass it as a parameter. And here we have to take a new salary, which is of type float, input of enter employee new salary. So then I'm going to call by passing this new salary as the input. So this is nothing but what parameters we are passing. But where we have to write the main code, we have to write the main code in the MySQL DB program. So if you are clear with this, taking the input and sending this task to some other person, if you are clear with this, I will write code for updating employee name, updating employee salary. Do you have any doubt here?
No, sir.
No, sir, no doubt. No.
Yeah, if you want, you can print a message here. Better I will print here. So employee name, here itself you can print, no issues. Employee name got updated. So here I am printing the message saying employee salary got updated. Like this I am taking. So let us write code for update employee name. Here only we have to take like insert function. How insert function is working? In the same way, we have to take another function. What is that function name? update employee name, update employee name. So in addition to the object, in addition to that object, which object? Employee object. Previously we passed that employee object, right? In addition to that employee object, so we have to pass name also. I think employee object is not required because we have to get that data from the table itself. So this update name is receiving, okay, this update name is receiving only name, sir. Only new name it is going to receive. Then how to write a query? In the place of insert, we have to write which command? Update. So update emp, update emp. So set which value we are setting? Employee name, right? So e name, employee name is equal to, employee name is equal to, sir, which one we have to take? Whatever employee new name that you have given. So no need to give e, directly you can give new name because it is a local variable. This name I want to update, but the query is incomplete because we have to put a condition. So what is that condition? You are going to give the ID, right? So based on that ID only, we have to update where employee ID is equal to, so whatever ID that you are giving. Sir, where is that ID? Better to pass that ID also here. So in the update employee name, I am going to send ID. Is ID is available? Yes. So this ID, employee name, we have to update. Simply we have to execute, okay, and then we have to commit. That's all. So this message is not required because anyway there we are calling. Sir, same thing we have to do for update EMP. What is another method call that we have? Employee salary. So here we have to take what is a parameter that we have given. Any name you can take, no problem. Here also we have to pass ID, new salary. To avoid error messages, just I am taking update. So which one we have to take? Employee salary is equal to, within quotes is not required. So where ID is equal to ID. That's all. So let me check is the table names are correct or not. Employee ID, employee name, employee salary. So employee ID, employee name, employee salary. Yeah, that's all, sir. Sir, is the two functions, two methods are clear for you? Then I can go for execution. Clear? Yes, good. Clear, guys? Please confirm.
Clear, sir.
Right. So let us run this code and check how it is working. Now, so py space test.py. I want to do update operation. Enter employee ID to update. Check. So select star from EMP. I want to update the name of the employee. The name of the employee I want to update. Okay. So the name is Dhoni, right? I want to change it. I want to change it. So at the time of execution, ID is 121. Remember this ID. Enter ID to update 121. Update name or update salary. I want to update name. Enter new name. So Virat, like this I am going to take. So employee name got updated. Let me check here. Is the name is updated or not? Yes. Sir, I want to update salary of the Kalyan. How you can do? Sir, can I run the same Python program again? Enter option. I want to do update operation. So enter ID to update. What is the ID of first person? ID is 1. ID is 1. So I'm going to take ID is nothing but 1. Which field you want to update? I want to update salary. Enter new salary. 89,000 I am giving. Let me check. Sir, connection dot update employee new salary is missing. There is some problem is there here. What is that problem? Here at the time of calling, we are passing right ID comma new salary. So what error message we are getting? Connection dot update missing one required positional parameter new sal. So in which line? Line number 40, there is a problem. Line number 40, object dot update employee salary. Is the method name is correct? Update employee salary. It is receiving totally 3 parameters. ID and then new cell. Correct only, right? ID and the new cell. So what is the message that we are getting? Connected it, update new cell. One required positional parameter, new cell. Anyone guide me? What is the problem here? Update employee name, employee salary, ID, and then new cell. So it is taking only one parameter here. It is not taking that ID, but we are passing ID also, right? File is also get saved properly. Obj dot obj is available. Update employee ID new salary. Better I will rewrite this. Obj dot, what is a method name here available? Update employee salary. How many parameters we have to pass? ID we have to pass. At the same time, that new salary is there, right? These are two things we have to pass. Let me retry one more time. So I want to perform update operation. Enter employee ID to update, maybe 1. So I want to update the salary to 98,000. Like this I am giving. So salary got updated. Maybe we have not saved properly. That may be the reason. Okay. So now if you ask select a star from employee, that Kalyan salary got updated. Like that we can perform update operation. Are you clear with this update operation? Please confirm.
Yes, sir.
Good. So let us go for the last option. What we have is nothing but a delete. So I told we are going to write some special authentication code. So as usual, we have to read the data like, so enter employee ID to perform which operation? Delete operation, delete operation. Sir, is all the records got log file got created properly or not? Let me check because that is very, very important. Now you can see. So the total log file is prepared perfectly like that we have. Okay. Now, so here I'm going to take ID is equal to enter employee ID to delete. We are going to give some ID. Then I'm going to call obj dot. Okay. Sir, I will do one thing. I'm going to generate some random number. As I told already, we are going to write a special code for this. Okay. Enter ID. I will create object for, already object got created. So just I'm going to prepare one OTP. There is one random module is there in Python. In that rand int function is there. I will give 1000 comma 10,000. So it will generate a 4-digit OTP. And we are going to write this OTP into a file. So first F is equal to, we are opening a file with name, okay, employee OTP, employee OTP. If you want, you can write this code to send a mail to a particular person or message like that. Okay, I'm writing in write mode. F dot write off. Can you please write that OTP? Whatever you have generated, I'm writing into the file and close that file. That's all. The OTP is written to the file. Now I will ask, array, can you please enter OTP, send to OTP? Like this, I will create another variable. So I will ask the user to enter OTP sent. Now we have to validate. If the OTP which is generated and the OTP which you have entered, if both are same, valid user. Otherwise, can I print a message saying OTP is invalid? So please try again. Like this we are printing. Sir, if the code is clear, we will create a method to perform this delete operation. Any doubt, friends, up to this?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Right. Sir, here I am going to take, already we have an object. So delete record. I will pass that ID. So we have to write code for this delete record. So here I am going to write code for delete record, which will take self comma ID. Simple query, sir. What is that query? Insert, sorry. Delete from employee, where employee ID is equal to whatever ID you have given. So cursor is equal to self dot connection dot. I am creating a cursor, and by using that cursor, just I am going to execute the SQL query, whatever you have given. And by using that connection, I am going to make the transaction commit. That's all. Now, so we have to check whether even after this, better we can print a message saying uh, record deleted from EMP table, a confirmation message. Now let's run the code. So I want to perform delete operation. Enter employee ID to delete. Assume I want to delete the employee called 1. I want to delete this 1. Sir, how to give the data? Sir, can I give 1 here? Have you observed name random is not defined? So small mistakes we are doing. Whenever you are working with random, you have to import that random module, then only it will work. Basic things. Now delete employee ID is nothing but 1. Enter OTP send. They send a OTP, sir. Where that OTP is written in the same folder, you can see EMP OTP is there. Sir, what is the OTP sent? Have you observed 1704? 1704. Let me give 1703. 1703. Is it invalid OTP or not? Yes, OTP is invalid. Please try again. Now enter option delete employee record. I want to delete employee ID 1. Enter OTP send. Now a fresh OTP will be there. What is that OTP? 7890. 7890. Let me check. Have you observed? Cannot access local variable object where it is not associated with a value. Oh, there is some problem. The problem here is, sir, we are unable to access that object. We have to create object to connect the database, right? Okay. Since it is required in every option, can I make it as a global? Okay, no problem. That you can do later because I don't want to make it confuse. So better I will do that copy paste here. Now it will work. I think record is not yet deleted. Now final time we are running. Delete the record. ID is 1. Enter OTP sent. Again a new OTP came. 9255. 9255. So 9255. There is some problem in SQL. Up to this, okay. There is no problem. Delete record. ID we are passing. Delete record. ID we are taking. Delete from employee where employee ID is equal to ID.
Sir, F string is missing.
We are substituting, right? Yes. Is the employee I record got deleted? No. Let me try now. I think last case, multiple errors we are getting. Employee ID is 1, OTP sent. Again, a OTP we have to verify. 4246. 4246. Record deleted from employee table. Can you please check in that table? Is that employee is there? No. Is the log is created for every operation? Log got created. So this is nothing but a small code we have. Sir, everyone feeling comfortable up to this basic operations on this employee table? Clear, sir? Please confirm.
Yes, sir, it's clear.
Right. Like this, we can slowly add some functionalities whichever you required for this project. Okay. Right. Thank you, guys.